So this is 700 and 699?
700, 699, last two 55 Corvettes made.
The last two 55 Corvettes made. So car manufacturers will make the same body style for multiple years in a row a lot of times. They made this body style for how long?
53, 4, and 5.
So was the 53 the first Corvette?
The first, 53.
Okay, so 53, 54, and 55. And the Corvette was kind of waning in popularity when this car came out, right?
Yeah, it was, they made 700 of these.
700.
And they wasn't selling that good.
They didn't have social media influencers back then.
Right.
They had Hollywood starlets and rock stars and those kind of people. And GM had even given a few of these cars away.
The 53s, 4s, GM actually give some of the cars to get them out into the public.
I can't get over the fact that there was only 700. Did I hear you right? 700 cars.
755 Corvettes made.
And these are the last two serial numbers.
Yeah, 699 and 700, the last two.
And would it not be fair to say that probably half of these cars are gone just from like fires, destroyed, crushed, used
That'd
up?
be a good figure. Absolutely, yeah.
So when we're standing here, we're standing amongst, there's only 300 of these cars probably in existence. Finished survivor grade cars, there's probably only 30.
Right, yeah.
So this is a super rare find.
These are survivor, unrestored, original condition, original paint, tops, original cars, survivor. Yeah, Dad in Los Angeles, California, bought these cars, or these two cars come from Harry Mann Chevrolet. Guy bought them for his daughters. They kept them till 2017, and the family finally sold them.
So this is a one-owner car?
Till 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then it got in a dealer network, so kind of technically it's, or a collector, they're still titled as one-owner cars.
They're titled to the second guy there.
Okay, so maybe a two-owner car.
But till 2017,
one-owner car.
One-owner cars, and also 25 of the cars were 3-speeds, manual 3-speeds.
Right.
These are 2 of the 25 with the manual 3-speed transmission.
Oh my gosh. So manual 3-speed now, you know, we all these cars today are 10 and 15, 20, whatever.
Right.
But a 3-speed manual car, that was a performance car.
It was.
And so there's only 700. We know half of them are gone probably. And then of those 700, only 25 were made with the 3-speed.
With the 3-speed transmission.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty rare find.
Pretty.
I mean, this is kind of an example of the cars that you would have in the showroom.
Right. Exactly.
So you have 2 of these cars. That's pretty good. I'm not very knowledgeable about these cars. I know you are. If I'm a collector, what am I looking for in a car like this? I noticed on the dash here you have the original sales receipt from the invoice.
That's the original sales invoice from the Chevy dealer, Harry Mann.
$2,297.92.
Right.
So this car in 1955 was less than $2,300 out the door.
Right.
$2,300.
Right.
That's amazing. Oh, 3-speed transmission, and they literally just typed it up.
Yeah, typed up the options and the cost and.
The dad has video of him and the daughters out driving them around.
In 1959.
So 2 years after that, they got a Super 8 movie and rode out. Well, let's pop the hood and look under here and see.
Okay.
So what engine would be in a?
These are 265 cubic inch.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, 3-speed. No power steering was offered. No power brakes was offered.
Right.
Basically, options was heater, radio, white wall tires. That's pretty much.
That's the option. And these cars were loaded up.
Right, and windshield washer system.
Windshield wiper.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And so a radio was an upgrade. And I noticed around the distributor, I've noticed on some of these other motors, this was to keep the noise out of the radio.
Out of the radio.
Because the radios were AM only.
Right.
At that time.
Right.
And so radio, heat's an option.
Radio,
no air.
Heat, no air, no power steering or power brakes.
Wow.
Washer system was optional.
And both of these are running and driving cars.
Running and driving anywhere today.
How many miles roughly?
They're roughly 60 to 70,000.
Okay. So they used the cars.
They drove them.
Yeah.
They drove them.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And this is what you call a Survivor, not a restored car.
Survivor, unrestored, original paint, you know, showing some patina.
I noticed you have the trunk open. Is this like the documents, like the original manual? I mean, this is pretty amazing, you know, because you get a lot of cars. Do they typically have this level of?
They don't,
Right.
especially cars of this age, this era. You're pretty lucky to get the owner's manual, basically.
Yeah.
But that's the original owner's manual.
And I know they make reproduction of these. You've told me about that. But
Right.
these are the original.
These are the original, not reproductions.
Wow.
Yeah. Some magazine articles that both the cars were in, you know, way back. The little bag is for the side windows that set in.
Oh, okay.
In the bag there. But tons of documentation. Of course, not much owner history because I hadn't been through a bunch of people.
Right.
But everything right from the Chevy dealer to the guys
That they kept and did it.
Exactly.
Me and Greg, as we were setting up the video shot, you'll notice right here, I saw this wire, and I said, well, is this the wire for the license plate? Because I do like this model of car. It has this integrated tail light, tag with the glass. And I thought, he says, no. He said, David, that's the antenna, because they actually molded the antenna into the trunk deck.
Right.
And you know, and you go, well, that don't work. But these were the first fiberglass production car too, right?
Right. Yeah, Chevrolet.
And so,
yeah.
so the whole car, the trunk deck, the hood, the whole body panels of all the cars, they're all fiberglass.
Right.
Which was way ahead of its time.
Exactly.
For the Corvette to do that.
Right.
So, and you've got his brother sitting right here beside it, which is just amazing that you've got the last two. So you've been in the Corvette business for a long time. How many times have you had the opportunity that you've had a car of this caliber, let alone consecutive seal numbers? Does that happen very often?
No. That's extremely rare.
Well, Greg, I mean, you know, again, not a car guy, and I apologize for not having, the passion that you have, you know, looking at these two cars, both of these cars, and just understanding how rare, how special they are. 700, the last car, they literally break this mold and don't make it anymore after the 700 car was built.
Right.
And then, but you know, these cars are cool to look at and everything, but you sell these cars.
Yeah.
You have a website, Greg White,
yeah,
Vintage Corvette.
Corvettes.com.
And so you can go to that website, and you've got probably literally 100 pictures of.
At least 100 pictures of these two cars, all the paperwork, undercarriage shot, engine shots.
Engine shots,
Absolutely.
everything that you want to know about it. It is so rare that you find 255s consecutive number. In this case, we're selling them as a pair. I think there's more value in them as a pair, and I think people would
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you would need to go to Vintage Corvettes, Greg White. You can get his phone number off the website.
Anybody looking at our video, interested in these cars or any other car on my website, call me, let me know. I can make it simple, send you a sales agreement, arrange shipping for you, and make it easy to your door for you.
Vintage Corvettes.
VintageCorvettes.com is the web address.
And if you go to that website, they're going to find your phone number,
Yeah,
and they can just call you up.
no salesman here.
No auto attendant,
It's
no
me.
punch 3.
It's me.
You get Greg.
Exactly.